Hey everybody, I'm Dave with Growing the Home Garden. I've talked a little bit about our future home, our future land anyway, about looking forward to doing the gardens and stuff out here. And I thought today I'd give you a show of the progress. There was a commenter the other day who actually asked what's going on with this. It's been a year since your last update, and I didn't think anybody was really that interested, but let's go ahead and see what you think. That is where I plan to do our future garden. As you can see, I've got some materials right here that are going to be perfect for building some nice compost bins. Building permit, and here is our house. So you can see it's a substantial amount has been done, and we're getting some finishing touches over the next several weeks, and hopefully we'll be moving in sometime in August. Things always kind of change. And just so you know, this is a Southern Living house plan that we had modified a little bit. It's called the Ansley Park plan. It was built, basically made by an architect somewhere in Georgia. And it's been used for a few houses here and there that I was able to find on the internet, so we could kind of get a feel for what the inside of it would look like, and just if it was going to fit our family. We did make a few modifications, like up here, the gables. It was made with just a sloped roof coming down there. Those gables were just add-ons by us. The inside of the floor plan was modified a little bit, especially in the upstairs. We've got 5 kids, and so we wanted to rearrange it so that the bathrooms were a better arrangement for our kids. I think it had dedicated bathrooms for the various bedrooms that were upstairs, but instead we ended up with these type of rooms that you've got 2 sinks on the exterior of the bathroom and then a tub and toilet on the other part of the bathroom, so that when a couple kids are brushing their teeth, they can still be taking a shower or using the bathroom, whatever they need to do. So we opted to do brick on the exterior. At the time when we were contracting on this with our builder, we found out that the cost of hardy board siding, like these farmhouse style houses were being built on, was actually about the same as what it would cost to do a brick house. And knowing that brick has always stood the test of time, we just decided, let's just go brick. We do like the hardy board look, but it was kind of getting a little overdone for us. So we decided to just go ahead and do the brick. Now we got a pretty big front porch, and it wraps around a bit. So right there, coming around, and we'll come around to the side here. So, and it's tall too. So we've got to find a way to backfill a little bit up here. And we have a side door to that porch. We're going to probably screen off this section over here and then just leave the rest open. Have some nice ceiling fans in there. And this will be some of our view from that porch. Tell you what, construction is not a clean process. There's all kinds of debris. And unfortunately, the individual tradespeople out here don't necessarily clean up too well after themselves. It would be great if they would, but we can do some of that ourselves. And on the back, we've got this nice covered porch, which we'll also have screened in. We've got 2 sets of doors here, one there that goes into the living room, and the other goes into a keeping room breakfast area. The idea with the screened-in porch is to kind of make it like a traditional southern home, where you can open the front windows and then the back windows and just have a really nice airflow all the way through the house. There's a keeping room there that's got a fireplace, and then over those windows are the kitchen, and then the garage, which is the 3-car garage. We'll probably use 2 cars for cars and then 1 car for storage workshop type area. Now that is an underground propane tank right there, and you can see that there's a propane line that will have to go right through that trench up to the house. We like cooking with gas. We like gas appliances in general. I know not every state does that, but we're still good with that here in Tennessee. But in the process of that, there is an immense amount of stone that came out of the ground. See that pile there, that pile over there, and then there's another pile back over here. So my plan for all that stone is to basically make a walkway coming over here. I might not use the stone for that. That might be pavers or something to make it nice and level. But then have a good fire pit over this area. We might have a little bit of a retaining wall because we may have to kind of eat into the hillside a little bit to make everything nice and level. But that's one project I'm really looking forward to doing because we've got some really cool stones over here. I mean, these are good size. There's my hand for reference. That one's probably 2.5 feet, and then there's some others that are much larger than that. So we've got a good variety to choose from, and I think we'll be able to do something pretty cool. So I'll go ahead and take you inside and give you a little tour of what is done so far of the house and see what you think. So here is the garage. We made it so that there's a little bit of a bump out on this side so we can put in some cabinetry for a workbench of some kind. Up there I opted for a plug because I've got some shop lights I'll stick up over top of this, and it'll be operated by a switch over here. We've got plenty of room for a freezer and a refrigerator in here, as well as 2 cars, and at least initially we'll probably have to store our mowers in here, but eventually I plan to build a shed. Now you notice there's 2 doors right here. One goes through the laundry room. That's kind of the main entrance to the house. The other one goes into a pantry that we've got. Essentially we thought, wouldn't it be better to have an easy way to unload the groceries and just go right into the pantry? And so that's what we did. All right, so here is the laundry room. My wife wanted some shelves up above where the laundry units go, and there's going to be some cabinetry over here on this side. Cabinets are supposed to start going in on Monday, and we opted for regular sanded and stained hardwood floors. You can see those are in progress of getting going. Have a drop zone over here. In the original floor plan, that actually called for a staircase to go down to the basement level, but we don't have a basement on this one, so we just put in a nice drop zone or locker area kind of thing. And one cool little feature is we do have a cat, and we made a cat door to go to where we're going to put the litter box. So we're trying to think ahead and plan for how we live our lives here. That's just a little powder room off that entry area. And this feature here is going to be a charging station. We wanted it made kind of like the old-fashioned telephone nooks that they used to have in houses. So basically the electronics will be down here in the bottom. We'll be able to run the wires up to the chargers or to the phones themselves by putting them right here. And then we'll put a couple little holes in the back here so we can run those charge wires up through there. And here it's got a little pocket office, kind of a little station area for the whole house. My wife will have a desk in here and cabinetry up at the top. And just off of that, we've got this room. This is our keeping room and breakfast room. So we'll probably have a little bit of furniture over there, a piano. And then here in the middle will be where our breakfast table typically will go. And then the kitchen over here. It's a pretty good sized kitchen. You can imagine that with a family of 7, there's a lot of mouths to feed, so we cook a lot at home. We'll have cabinetry all along this wall with an oven there and a microwave up here, and there will be countertop going straight all the way across. Kitchen island right here in the middle, and then on this wall we'll have a cabinet right here, refrigerator right there, and then the oven will be right over here, and then there'll be cabinetry and a sink in front of the window, more cabinetry. We're going to opt for cabinets that go all the way up to the ceiling because we don't really love that wasted space that you get. That'll be, really something that collects dust and stuff that you don't see that often. And then when you go to clean it, it's all gunky and icky. And then here is the actual pantry itself. There'll be a cabinet on this side here with a countertop on it. And then the rest of it here is all storage for food. Back in the keeping room, this area, we're going to have some stonework done up onto the wall. I mean, it's not a real masonry fireplace, so that'll be just a faux stone going up to the top. We got these nice beams that they just stained. They'll come back and do some touch-up paint up and around them here before too long. But coming through this door is where the living room is. And we'll have built-ins on either side of that. And this mantelpiece here actually was quite a bit of work, but we kind of designed it. These 3 pieces here are really just something you buy at Lowe's and Home Depot. And this one just had the little tongue area cut off and put in the side, so it has a little bit of a recessed look. And I think it turned out really nice. See how that goes right here. And then of course we've got the back doors that take you out to the backyard, which will have a screen-in porch and can just go right out there and enjoy the 7 acres we have here. This room here is a formal dining room. We wanted to have a formal dining room because we have 5 kids and we're anticipating that when they're adults, their families will come here to visit. Hopefully that's the case, you just never know, but we wanted to plan ahead. And so we've got this really nice wainscoting up the wall, and then this blue up here, which is called Mercer Blue. It is a beautiful color. We've liked it for a lot of years. And this room here will be a butler's pantry. There'll be a little sink here, cabinetry coming up here, and then another cabinet up here on the wall. And here's our entry door, transom and side lights, kind of a craftsman style. And then here is an office just off the foyer. We'll use that as a library, office, and this will probably be where I work and edit a lot of my videos. It's got a little storage closet on the side, light inside the closet so you can actually see what you're doing. And then there's a little hallway here with a coat closet, and then this will be the master bedroom. We chose to go with carpet in our master bedroom because we just like the feel of carpet on our feet when we get out of bed in the morning, and you know, hardwood floor can be cold in the winter, so. And then here we've got our master closet. They've got a couple doors. Those doors belong to the office. They stained them and just kind of moved them out of the way for now. And then here is the master bathroom. Little toilet room right there, tub, and then here's our tile shower right here. I think it turned out nice. We used kind of a teal bluish color tile mixed with a white subway tile. It has a little bit of texture. It's actually kind of an off-white color. It's not a pure white, but we do have a little bit of a window there for natural light. And don't forget the little nook. And double sinks, of course. All right, so we'll step outside real quick onto this covered patio, covered porch. And you can see kind of what it looks like from here. There's a lot going on with this. We're gonna have some nice wood posts on the sides. And then that's kind of the view as you come up our driveway over there by where my truck is. The septic area for this, because we're on a large lot, it doesn't have city sewer. The septic tank is just down below right over here. I'll have to make sure to avoid that when planting stuff. But then it goes down where that dirt is and comes around those trees to the septic area behind those trees. So it's kind of nice and out of the way, gravity fed, shouldn't have any trouble with it. So when designing this house, we wanted to have the trim that looked old, kind of an old-fashioned style, even though it was a new house. We just really love what old houses look like, and but we got the new quality with the old look by doing the trim. So this is just a 1x here and a little piece of cove right there, and then another 1x piece up there. Actually, that might be a 2x, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm not a carpenter, I'm a gardener. And then over here are the stairs. They do a wraparound landing. There's 2 landings on this. Take you right up here to the top floor. This would be kind of like the kids zone area. Be a nice storage closet. We wanted to emphasize some storage because there's a lot of stuff that we have. And over here on this side, I love little nooks in houses and things. This here is just like a reading nook. We got room for a bookcase, and we have a little bench that will stick here. And then this will be kind of the computer zone for the kids, so they can do their studies. We homeschool, and so they'll have an opportunity to do homeschool work up here. Probably put a couch or something on this side. And this is probably the cheapest square footage you can get in the whole house. This is a bonus room over the garage, and it's just basically floored space with drywall. So it's a pretty good size room. Got little nooks on each dormer area. And we got some under the eave storage for different things. That's not climate controlled. The other storage area would be climate controlled. Okay, walking toward the kids' room, there's another little storage closet right here. And then this will be my son's room. You can see they've got doors in here from painting. And there's his closet. Over on one side, we've got a bit of a media room. The living room, the floor plan for it actually called for a vaulted room. So we instead decided to raise it to a 10-foot ceiling, or make it a 10-foot ceiling, add a step up here and put in a floor, which gave us another usable room. It's essentially wasted space if you do it otherwise, because this would have been square footage that you would have had to heat and cool, but wouldn't technically be usable by anything other than, I don't know, something that flies. So we decided to floor that out. But over here, you've got 2 sinks on this side of the bathroom, and then the toilet closet. We thought that with the number of kids we have in this house, that was the best arrangement. And this was all rearranged from the original floor plan. So we had to adjust that. This will be a shared room for my 2 older daughters in here. And I just love the amount of cubbies that we got into this space right there. And then some really nice shelves for them. And then one more bedroom. This bathroom is done the same way as the other one. Sinks out here, toilet and tub in the other one. And then on this side, the last bedroom. And it's got a double closet wall right here, one for each child that's in this room. These are my 2 younger daughters. And so they will enjoy this room and this view of the woods outside. Added a couple extra windows for some more light. So there's that one and that one. They're not closer together because there's actually the peak of a roof coming up somewhere in the middle of that wall area. And then back in the other girl's room, we added this transom style window up there. It's going to be a bunk bed that goes under here, and that gives the person in the bunk bed a little bit more light or somewhere to look out of when they're just wanting to look out at the woods. So as you can see, we've got a ways to go still. Floors are going to get stained. We're going to get cabinets next week and have those all put in. And before too long, we're probably thinking about 6 weeks or so, we'll be able to start moving in. And that's when I can get to do the fun stuff and actually start working on the grounds, working on the land, putting in gardens. Hopefully by fall, I'll be able to have a nice fall vegetable garden started, or at least a little bit of one. Maybe I'm being optimistic. You just never know. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of our future house, which is coming soon. And I'm Dave from Growing the Home Garden. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. And over here is kind of where I'm thinking the garden will go. The exact configuration I'm still trying to figure out, but kind of in this general area over there. Check that out. That's a beautiful tiger swallowtail.